Today I am going to explain Austin's Speech Act theory. John Austin, the British philosopher, has written much about Speech Act theory. His ideas have been further developed by philosophers and linguists like John Searle, H. Paul Gris, and Geoffrey Leach. Austin has introduced three main aspects of Speech Act theory. Austin has introduced three main aspects of Speech Act theory. According to Austin, a Speech Act consists of three components. They are the Locutionary Act, the Illocutionary Act, and the Perlocutionary Act. These three are also called the aspects of Speech Act. This can be explained in detail, which are as follows. First, I am going to introduce you the Locutionary Act. The Locutionary Act is the basic act of utterance. It is just the production of a meaningful linguistic expression. It is saying or uttering something. It is thus the literal meaning of the words. For example, I have just made some coffee, which means the same what we get from the meanings of the words, that is, the speaker has prepared a hot drink like tea named coffee. Now I would like to explain the Illocutionary Act. The Illocutionary Act refers to the intention of the speaker. It shows what the speaker is trying to do by speaking. One may have the intention of persuading someone, requesting someone, warning someone, questioning someone, and the like. For example, the utterance, I have just made some coffee, might be expression with some communicative purpose. It may be a statement, an offer, an explanation, or persuading. This communicative force is known as illocutionary force of the utterance. Thus, this act refers to what the speaker had to mind when he said what he had to say. Now, I am going to explain the Perlocutionary Act. The Perlocutionary Act refers to the effect or consequence on the listener of what is said. If the listener is persuaded or threatened or warned, etc., because of what has been said, it is called Perlocutionary Speech Act. For example, the utterance, I have just made coffee, will have the effect on the listener that he or she has got a glass of coffee, or he or she is wondered with the smell of coffee. In conclusion, I would like to say that in this way, John Austin has introduced three main aspects of Speech Act theory, which is known as Austin's typology, or Austin's taxonomy, or Austin's Speech Act theory. Thank you very much.